Good day, parents, and welcome to Genyo Parents Orientation. Our presentation today is entitled Learning in the New Normal. Today, let's work together to ensure that the education of our children will continue. Let us not allow this situation to stop our children from learning. There are other alternative ways on how we can deliver lessons to the students without compromising their health. That is why the school adapted Genyo to help them bring education to your home. Now let us get to know Genyo better. Who powered Genyo? It is Diwa who is behind this innovation. Along with other products such as educational magazines like Batabalani and Salaginto and Diwa textbooks for K-12. For further explanation on what Genyo is and what your child can do inside the portal, watch this video tutorial entitled Introduction to Genyo. Video tutorial will also be available to watch in the accounts of your children. Let's take it step by step. For you to log into Genyo, you need to go to the website, which is www.genyo.com.ph. Once inside the welcome page, input the school ID, then click Next. Input the unique Genyo account of your child, then type in the password. For security purposes, students need to change their password upon receipt of their Genyo accounts and make sure that you are also informed of the new password so you can open their account for monitoring purposes. For younger students, you may help them change their password. Here is a sample video that we created to guide you and students on how they can change their password. Please be informed that we will upload this video tutorial in the student's account so they can go back to it if they forget how to do it.
Will be more secured and you will be notified of your Genyo tasks in your email. Thank you for watching!
Piling Akda titles in digital format such as Ibong Adarna, Florante at Laura, Noli Me Tangere, and El Filibusterismo. In the English language, there is the classics for young readers for those who love literary classics. We also have our Diva virtual field trips as additional content where you can see our local and international virtual tours for the visual experience of visiting a place inside the classroom or at the comfort of your homes. Teachers can also create online tests and generate feedback in real time. A teacher can assign the test from his or her own home or at school, and students can answer the test whether in school or from their homes. How can you as a parent be involved in the e-learning journey of your child? First is through guided learning. Inside Genyo, we have a lot of animated tutorials and activities that your child can access. In assisting the students, this is probably more applicable to lower levels like grades 1 to 3. For grade 5 and up students, there is a minimal need to assist them on their lessons as they are old enough to access it on their own. They might ask for your help once in a while, but not that much. For a step-by-step tutorial on how you can access assigned tasks, watch this video tutorial entitled How to Access Tasks, Lesson and Test.
How to access tasks, lesson, quiz, and survey. Hello, good morning. This tutorial will show you the processes on how to access and accomplish the different tasks assigned to you by your teachers. Let's start. Once logged in, you will see the list of tasks assigned in your account. On the lower left side, you will see the total number of your tasks. For example, 1 lesson, 1 quiz or test, 2 surveys, and etc. For the clickable number of assigned tasks, you will see it in the right side of the screen. If you click on Lessons, the list of assigned lessons will be shown or filtered. Now, in the middle portion of the screen, this is where you can see the title of the assigned tasks. For example, direct and indirect speech, Grade 6, Unit 1, Matter, and so on. Just so you know, tasks are classified into 5 types. We have the current tasks, completed tasks, expired tasks, upcoming tasks, and favorites. How do they differ from each other? Well, for current tasks, these are the latest tasks that you have to accomplish, access, or answer. Once you are done, these will move to the completed tasks. As for the expired tasks, these are what you have missed. For upcoming tasks, these are your future or scheduled tasks that will be accessed on the date and time your teachers have set. Lastly, for the favorites, these are the tasks which you have marked favorites. For easier browsing, you may also set on how you will browse your tasks through their date, subject, creator, and task title. And you may also set the subject you want to check. When we say tasks, it can be in the form of lessons, courses, flashcards, games, quizzes, surveys, assignments, shared blogs, forums, and many more. But in this tutorial, we will focus on a lesson, quiz, survey, shared blog, and forum. Okay, let's start with lesson. For example, you were tasked to view and accomplish a lesson and the activities inside it. How are you going to do that? First, click lesson on the lower right side, then either click lesson or its title. Once opened, read and understand the objectives, letter, or instructions of your teacher. Then you may proceed viewing and answering the lesson and activities. To start, you may click Start Lesson or the title of the first resource. Also, you may click the Hide Resources button for you to have a larger and wider viewing pane. Student, make sure to view and accomplish all the resources as these are being monitored by your teacher. There might be instances that the teacher set prerequisites in their assigned lesson. This means you cannot proceed to the next parts if you did not view and accomplish the first ones. Doing all of these will help you finish the task well. After viewing all of the resources, you will proceed to the summary page. This is where you can see how many times and how long you have viewed each resource. If you feel the need to access the lesson tutorial or activities again, you may do so. You can actually view it as many times as you want. So, that's it for lesson. Next, let's answer a quiz. Are you ready? Good. Now let's click quiz on the right side. Then locate the quiz, click quiz or its title. Then click take quiz. There are cases where teachers put a password on your quiz. If this happens, all you have to do is type the password on the box intended for it. Then click take quiz. Student, do not hit enter on this. Instead, click take quiz button. After doing so, you may now answer all the questions for a given duration set by your teacher. You can see it on the uppermost left part of your quiz. Reminder, when the time is up, finished or not, the quiz will be automatically submitted. Furthermore, please take note that saving your answers is important, especially if you encounter difficulty like intermittent connection. This is very important so you can retrieve your answers in case you accidentally close the window or have an internet connection problem. Once you are done, click Submit. You can immediately see your scores and test paper after, but there are cases where releasing of scores are scheduled by your teachers. And now we are done with lesson and quiz. Next is answering a survey. Now, my question is, why do we use this feature? Firstly, it can be used to gather ideas. Secondly, for evaluations. And lastly, for school programs. To accomplish this, go back to the home page, click Survey on the lower right side of the page, click Survey or its title, then click the Tick Survey button. After it, read the instructions and guide in answering the questions. If you see an asterisk on each item, it means you are required to answer it. You can only submit your responses once all of the items are answered. Same with the quiz, it is important to save your answers. Once you are done answering, click Submit. You will be then asked if you are sure of your submission. Just click Yes to proceed. Finally, a notification will be shown confirming your submission.
The ongoing assignments. Under completed tasks, you can see the viewed lessons and the test results. Under expired tasks, you can see assignments that the student was not able to open. Now that we have gone through the things you can do inside Genyo, let us now talk about the requirements you need to access Genyo at home. Genyo is compatible with any of the following devices: laptop or desktop, smartphones, and tablets. For desktop browsers, you can access Genyo in Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Internet Explorer. For mobile devices, you can access Genyo through any available browsers such as the following for Android and Safari for your iOS device. Please take note that we have two types of content for Genyo, which are the Flash-based content and the HTML5 content. For HTML5 based content, you can play it in your default mobile browser just like this. If you notice that the content is not playing in your default mobile browser, then you are viewing or desktop to access these types of lessons. On the other hand, when you are using a Flash-based browser to view a Flash content, the content will work properly and it will show just like this. To further guide you on how you can navigate the Genyo portal, we have created video tutorials to guide you on how you can access lessons, tests, and other features of Genyo. Now allow us to give you a few tips to continue learning at home. First is to establish routines and expectation. It is important to develop good habits at the start of the school year. Create a flexible routine for your children that they can follow religiously until the end of the school year. Help students get up, get dressed, and ready to learn at a reasonable time. Keep normal bedtime routines, including normal rules for digital devices. Adjust schedules to meet everyone's needs, but don't default to staying up and sleeping in. Second, choose a good place for learning. You need to assign a physical location that is dedicated to school-focused activities. Make sure it is quiet, free from distractions, and has a good internet connection. Make sure an adult monitors online learning. Keep doors open and practice good digital safety. Third, stay in touch with your child's teachers. Teachers and advisors are usually more than willing to connect with parents via email or phone within school hours. Check in if your child is having difficulty managing the online learning platform or staying on task. Be on the lookout for any communications from teachers indicating that they are having trouble connecting with your child during this time. Fourth, help students own their learning. No one expects parents to be full-time teachers or to be content matter experts. Provide support and encouragement and expect your children to do their part. Don't answer their assessments and assignments for them. Please remember that you are not helping in their learning when you do this. Becoming independent takes lots of practice. Fifth, begin and end the day by checking in. In the morning, we can ask our children, what classes or subjects do you have today? Do you have any assessments? What can I do to help? And at the end of the day, we can ask them, what did you discover? What was hard? What can we do to make tomorrow better? These brief small talks with your children matter a lot. Checking in with the students to process instructions they receive from their teachers can help them organize themselves to set their priorities. These check-in routines can help students develop self-management and reasonings that are essential skills for life. Parents can also be good life teachers. Sixth, encourage physical activities or exercise. Your child will be sitting in front of their computer for long stretches of time. So it is important to encourage them to use the breaks in the day to stretch, play along with a dog, or do jumping jacks or any kind of movement. Seventh, connect safely with friends and be kind. In this time of isolation, allow your children to maintain contact with friends through social media and other online technologies. But we must also monitor our child's social media use. Remind your child to be polite, respectful, and appropriate in their communications, and to follow school guidelines in their interactions with others. Report unkindness and other problems so that everyone maintains healthy relationships and positive interactions. And lastly, it is also important to take care of yourself. If you are not taking care of your own physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs, you will have no energy and patience to connect with and take care of your children. If you feel that you need to take a break, then it is okay to take a break. A 5 to 10 minutes me time is also important to re-energize yourself. I know that this is something new for all of us, dear parents, and it is not going to be easy, but I think that everyone in the community must work together so we can overcome these challenges. You can also be rest assured that your school will do their best to support you if you need any help. Of course, we will also be there to help the school on its implementation. After this presentation, if you still have questions on how to navigate the Genyo system, you can contact the schools through your child's advisors. And for more information, please log on to our Genyo website, www.genyo.com.ph, or you can like us on Facebook, Genyo eLearning. And with that, let me end this presentation with this slide. Let's get digital with Genyo eLearning. Thank you for listening.
Good day, parents. I am teacher CJ from Emergent Concept. It's the start of a new school year, and I know everyone is facing a lot of uncertainties and adjustments because of the new normal. But don't worry, we have the best online programs that our school has been using for years already, even before the pandemic. This will help our child to keep their minds growing and learning even if they're not in the school. We are Emergent Concept, and we are your partner in the holistic development of our child, and our goal is to make them lifelong learners. Our programs will help them learn math, English, and science faster and more effectively. We provide reports to the school on our child's progress. We empower our teachers in maximizing the use of the programs. We practice with the students and coach them to strengthen their weaknesses, and we reach out to our parents' community. With these parents' community meetings, we hope to create further awareness of the programs that our child is using and be empowered as well on guiding them in the activities inside the programs. We have been in partnership with Emmanuel Christian School for 7 years now and never stop innovating to ensure we are always in the forefront of education. No program will ever be effective without a strong support for critical services we provide, such as professional development, parents orientation, students orientation, program practice monitoring, progress reports, awards twice a year, and more. MATHSCORE will help our child love math. Motivational with features such as points, budgets, games, and more that will excite our child to do better in the exercises. Plus, it is adaptive as it progresses together with our child's ability, addressing the unique needs of everyone individually. The secret of our online program is adaptive technology. Only the online programs with adaptive technology can provide the right support for every child. For example, when our child gets a correct answer, the next question will be a little bit harder to challenge them. If they get it wrong, the next question will be a little bit easier. Adaptive technology provides the right level of difficulty as our child progresses and will prevent frustration for those who are challenged while prevents boredom for those who are advanced. After each problem, immediate feedback is given by our programs to ensure our child gets the right solution and will be able to review their answers at that very moment of learning. Learning here is instantaneous and real-time. Furthermore, MATHSCORE has a powerful diagnostic feature. This diagnostic assessment provides our child's strengths and weaknesses in every math topics. This will give us and our child the ability to focus on those weaknesses and sustain their interests. Green topics indicate they have mastery, while red topics are our child's priorities to practice and study. That our child take this diagnostic assessment independently to ensure quality results so we can support them properly. Our English program are Fast Forward and Reading Assistant. These programs target both reading and mental systems such as memory, attention, sequencing, and processing rate. Our child will not only be proficient readers here, but lifelong learners. In Fast Forward, our child will play lots of different games and see lots of different characters. These games train the brain of our child to first hear the English sounds, second, be familiar with English words, their pronunciation and meaning, and third, as they advance to higher levels, they will be trained on sentences, grammar, comprehension. For Reading Assistant, our child learns fluency and comprehension. These are the skills that we need to have so we can read and understand what we are reading. For example, If our child is not fluent in reading, when they see a word that they are not familiar with, their attention is divided into two. How to read the word, that's decoding, and the meaning of the word, that's comprehension. But if our child is fluent enough, it will not be difficult for them to read the word correctly because they know how to pronounce it, and their attention will now be focused on understanding the meaning of the word. This is how reading assistant will help our child. In step 1, they will read on their own or listen to their personal reading coach and answer guided questions. In step 2, as they read and make mistakes, they will hear a voice saying how to pronounce the particular word correctly. They will be given 3 tries in reading the selection to develop their pronunciation and fluency. In step 3, they will answer a set of questions to develop their comprehension skills. They can choose from a library of more than 300 books. Nearpod is the most interactive science program that will make learning exciting for our child. Aside from thousands of science lessons, we also have lessons for life skills. Nearpod has interactive features that makes our child to learn more, to learn more in science. We have 3D objects, virtual field trips, manipulatives, and more. Plus videos, polls, and collaborate for our child to interact with their fellow classmates online. Some lessons come with a variety of interactive activities to motivate them to participate and learn more. Some of these are Nearpod 3D. Kids will view and examine objects from all angles. Simulations, science concepts will come alive and realistic. Virtual field trips will give our children the opportunity to visit places here and abroad. Our world-class programs will give our child the same opportunities students in the US have. We are able to address the individual needs of our child, make studying fun and effective, help us guide them with data-driven reports. We hope we can develop and plan these routines to make our new normal as a success with our powerful programs. With your support and encouragement, our child will have the best learning experience this year as any other year. Let me end my presentation with this quote from Bob Kashan. I believe that we can make a difference this year even with the uncertainties around us. Our partnership will make this the best year ever with our beloved children. May God bless our plans and guide us this year. Thank you and stay safe.
Hello, parents and administrators of Emmanuel Christian School. I am Veronica Gamboa, Vice President for Market Planning and Development from Educ Technologies Provider Incorporated. We are the partner of Emmanuel Christian School for the ICT programs for preschool to high school. Before I present to you our educational programs, please let me give you a brief background about our company. Educ Technologies Provider Incorporated is an educational service provider for the past 20 years, and our main philosophy is progressive education. Our mission is to adapt to the needs of our current learners and equip the teachers and caregivers the necessary knowledge and skills. We are affiliated with the Council for Creative Education from Tampere, Finland. We have access to pedagogy from the best educational system in the world, followed by US award-winning programs from Curriculum Associates, Learning A to Z for the reading, science, and language programs, and we are also a member of Google for Education for the advanced technologies and developments in education. Lastly, our industry membership for the Game Design and Development program for high school. We promote blended learning with full integration of the 21st century skills in learning, which are creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication. All of our learning materials can be downloaded in a portable document format or PDF, and the typing game as well. Let us focus on what is ICT all about. ICT is usually perceived as a device, gadget, or any form of social media. In our ICT program, we focus on internet research, and typing or keyboarding skills are honed to source, classify, review, and express information, and applying Google for Education tools that is used for communication and collaboration as well. These are fundamental skills required for academic success. What are the core ICT skills? First would be the typing skills. We are putting emphasis on typing skills because due to the use of gadgets and other technologies, typing skills are compromised. Typing Student is the proprietary typing program that includes typing drills and finger positioning to make sure that you're using the correct fingers for typing. Next is the proficiency in using electronic mail, document processing, spreadsheets, and presentations. These are the tools used to communicate and collaborate all kinds of academic work. Next would be internet research. Due to the academic requirements of the students, such as written works, essays, and research, internet research skills are developed. This also includes internet safety. So here's a sneak peek on what we have in store for you for Typing Student.
Three, two, one. T. C.
For the first time ever in Emmanuel Christian School is the Game Design and Development Program for high school. This is the first industry-grade game design and development program for grades 7 to 12 that is multidisciplinary, including mathematics, arts and design, and for the more advanced program, game physics and artificial intelligence. This promotes values integration of nonviolence and social responsibility. Our goal is to live up to the expectations of senior high school, where they will be developing a portfolio that will help them find jobs. I am proud to say that Eduk Technologies Provider Incorporated is an affiliate member of the Game Developers Association of the Philippines. Thank you. But before I end this presentation, I know you might be wondering how far the program can go from here. So here's a sample of a game that can be developed in the Game Design and Development program. Thank you.